Eugene Sullivan of the Michigan 24th Infantry, the Iron Brigade. We lost more men than any other regiment at that fight in Pennsylvania. I'm still here to tell you about it, but my brother and so many of my comrades left their blood in the soil at a little town called Gettysburg. So when our president, Abraham Lincoln, who said, "Thank God for Michigan," was to deliver a few brief remarks at the dedication of the cemetery, I knew I had to be there. Little did I realize that less than 2 years later, the Michigan 24th would be extended the honor of escorting his funeral procession through the streets of Springfield. Now, Edward Everett spoke for well nigh unto 2 hours that November day, and I must confess I scarcely recall the gist of his oratory. But then our president arose, and he spoke for just 2 minutes. And I still remember every word he said. "Fourscore-and-7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as the final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this, but in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who fought here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather to be dedicated to the unfinished work they have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here, dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve the dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth.